This is going to be a long one, and I'm probably going to screw up a lot of stuff, so please bear with me. I'll do better at reading my own poetry because at least I know it a little bit better than the other stuff, and it's easier to read because it's shorter lines and everything. But this is Insanity Enslaves One's Respected Mind. Chapter 2 of Delector Mandarium. Chapter 1 consists of essays. Chapter 2 is the poetry I wrote, mostly just messages between God and myself, or myself and myself. Some of it to other women, and yet one woman does prevail throughout all of it. And chapter 3 is most specifically peace equals whatever, yada, yada, yada. That's all about my muse, apparently not my wife. She's been married twice, and neither time to me, so it is what it is, and I have to do what I have to do. So, yada, yada, yada. We begin. A little night walking. I walk in the cold night air to center myself somehow. Perhaps it was the actress in high school who possessed my mind with nothing but her embrace. Perhaps it was the woman whose baby lies dormant, forever suppressed. Perhaps it is the girl who just wanted to have fun. Perhaps it is the sister whose heart called for a yearning which I could only hear but not fulfill. Despite this uncertainty of why, I still walk. The title here is funny because it's longer than the poem. Is this that, me, it, and the nothing? A test or a show or simply a laugh? Every day, all you see is what is left of me. I'm not crying. With this trial you have placed on me, you can clearly see I'm not playing. This one should read agape, not agapos, because I just misconstrued the concept thereof. I tried to turn everything into eros, apparently. I tried to turn phile into agape, or philos too. Ignorant as I am. Agape. Don't ever let me go, my friend, when my final bow is through. Dare not to ever say the end if your love for me was true. For once you purged your thoughts of me, a second time I die, and all that remains for you to see is the ground wherein I lie. So never let me go, my friend, if ever you held me dear. Grant me life inside your heart to be seen in every tear. Then down the road, when pain strikes hard and solitude overwhelms your mind, look deep inside your yearning eyes, and once again you will surely find a voice once had dried your tears, and a smile as bright as day. While visiting our crazy youthful years, your pain will fade away. So I will never let you go, my friend, when my final bow is through. I will hold your heart till they lay you down in the earth on which we grew. Until the day I see you again, and we both can rejoice at the sight of a friend, I leave you with this, my last gift to give, the memory of me, that still I may live. Already, oh, criminy. Why does it do that? Already full. I have regressed too far as the eyes do see, as far as the mind does feel, as far as the body can take. I let the bitterness into my flesh where it overflows in anger. I must allow troubles to slide off this ever-elusive skin. I am already full. As far as the eyes do see, as far as the mind does feel, as far as my body can take, I am already full. One last look at myself. Drugged by the pain, my heart becomes ill, my amygdala suppressed, and my thalamus sends a chill through this pale, sick body now silent and still. I think of the time I spent with you, how boldly we grew and quickly time flew. But now in my life, I must start a new way of thinking, dealing with what has occurred. Before these events in my mind become blurred, yet I long for a day when I recall not a word, not a single angry thought or word we may have said. They are the hindrance pulsing through our head, as my wide-spread eyes saw your warm, strong body collapse upon its final bed. Probably moved myself, and I'm my biggest fan and biggest critic. I'm the only one who reads most of my stuff. Anyway, it is what it is. Audition 1. I await the inevitable. Soon I will have my opportunity to finally break out of this wall-less, barless prison I have created for myself. Do I have the strength to do this on my own? I trained for this for years with some truly remarkable people to whom I would like to express my gratitude. They were the ones who had faith, even when I pushed the limits of their faith. This one opportunity could put me back on track. Finally, I would be able to show them what they have done for me. My heart pulses with anticipation. There's no turning back. Lights up. I'm on. Blinding love. As her soft golden hair waved in the breeze, her soul-stealing eyes put a smile in my heart. We lay on a bed made mostly of leaves. Though I held her close, we were still worlds apart. Should have known what would happen back then, but I couldn't look past the mask we both wore. A mask most call love, because they still pretend love conquers all and opens all doors. That's not always true, as now I have learned. Sometimes the closer you hold someone tight, the less you can see and never get warned you're about to give up and give in to the fight. Since love is only the mask, not the cure, the disease still grows day after day. Though you believe the love in your heart is so pure, its purity won't matter once she's gone away. Breathing with her. A steady pulsing sound surrounds my heart as its rhythm alters. Cautious, precise movement is of the utmost importance. Meticulous planning and enduring patience makes the end worth the means. Fighting with the woman. Blood vessels glowing around a dilated pupil gave early signs that all was not right. Suspicion confirmed by a second glance into your eyes. I could sense the impending conversation, but still did not know why. What new atrocities have been committed? What catastrophe is it this time? All you do is vent. Nothing ever changes. So the cycle continues as I become increasingly numb. Hanging with the one. Here I sit, a breath away. A simple phrase would change both our lives, but the moment passes without a sound. Moments like this have come before. Who knows when they'll end? The simplicity of the phrase is absurd, yet I choke whenever I think of it. Why? I don't know. Caught up in it. Where did my inspiration go? Who holds my muse now? I know the story. She said I wrote the damn thing, but still I can't make sense of it. Every turn, every twist takes me someplace I've never been. This continuous cycle has sent me spiraling, obtaining nothing. My ever-growing weariness contributes to this eternal cycle. Now, my monotonous pain outweighs my will to fight. Here I lie, caught up in it. Chaos. Swirling chaos on this beautiful day causes me to pause. Now me must reflect, take stock, and once again jump tracks. Where will this new adventure lead? Dorian supposes it doesn't matter. My new track gives me clarity of thought. I and Dorian never thought that possible. Climbing again. The ground beneath me is constantly shifting as I stand unsuspecting. My faith in its stability is juvenile and unwarranted. The ground has swallowed me before. Every time I have had to climb a little harder to get back to the top, but I always survive. Only now I begin to wonder why. What is so good about having my feet on the ground? New disappointments open a perilous cavern to challenge my sanity. Dance in her kiss. The supposed marriage to you. Slender lips entwined, anticipation swelling from the rising temperature. One rose-petaled sweep of the curves in her back inspires an aerated feeling that tickles all over. Rhythmic movement creates a pulse, felt from the tip of my pedal, our fingers so soft to the touch. From the front of the head now touching, pushing downward with building tension from the thought of a breach, but no breach, no deviation. This force is focused and enrapturing. Dark purity. A stream of light across the sky, this heavenly wonder catches my eye. Its sparkling tail was shining so bright, but in the following second it burned out of the sight. Some say they shoot, some say they fall, but do they truly know, after all, what happens when its light fades away? I watched them forever, and now I can say, a star without light shines so much brighter. Though it never is seen by the world, I still say, in them you will see the lover and fighter. They know all the games, yet still they won't play. They watched others play those games time and again. They've seen people do wicked deeds just to win. So every day you see stars that lost all but their light, while the ones who stayed pure are the ones who shine bright. Death. Oh, it happened again. Poopers. Death. Soft gray smoke curls up from his freshly emptied gun. His dark red blood goes cold under the hot blazing sun. The iron heart and steady hand of a killer known by none. With his hardcore look and sharp keen eyes, by a flowing brook where a body now lies, a man's life he took, and only he knows why. Some live by the law, some live by the gun, but all live in fear under that hot blazing sun, in fear of a killer still known by none. Some wonder, who is this villain we fear, while others don't care as they guzzle their beer. Then in the distance a faint sound they all hear sends chills up their spines and quiets their cheer. Inside they all know another battle's been won by that cold-blooded killer, still known by none. Desensitized. Tension and rage ball up in my fist as I reel from the pain of the people that surround me. Aggravated, I turn inward in hopes to discover the cause of such chaos. These unanswered questions leave me in a state of futility. I cannot help. I cannot ignore, yet I cannot retain such frustration. I will not be desensitized. Yeah, that one's, whatever. I don't like getting angry, but I had to be there for a second. Oh, this is like 85 pages or something. I don't know how many. Difference without indifference. I seek enlightenment. When I die, I will still be seeking enlightenment. In doing so, I push myself toward the middle of a crowd, into a reality which suits me for that moment. In this reality, the crowd revolves around me. From the center, I can see all the intricacies of how life works. Why should reality be based upon me? What makes me different? Dorian's letter to his muse. The fire inside is hot because of you. Everything you taught I know is true. I never felt so bold. My heart was always dark and cold. Now everything I got I give to you. The way you make me feel inside tells me I no longer have to run and hide. Then when I did give, I gave to you. All my life, I've been looking for that single love, and every night I've prayed beneath the stars up above to bring her into my life. One love which won't let me think twice. One love what won't make me wink twice. A tongue twister for y'all. I tried to do everything once. Criminy! Why does it do that? My Catholic lover. I sit there silent as tears flow from her eyes. A warm heart lies before me as I clench my blood-soaked fist. Her thoughtless words, like daggers, pierce my cold, weary flesh. All I can think, how dare she? How dare she accuse me? You know I can't love, so what is you to me? Everything happens for a reason, but mine appears not to be a reason, simply justification. My humble dreams. Me sitting on a car, jamming out a beat, watching little drones scurry on their way. Better place than here. There's got to be a better place. Stop, go, mustn't pause. Get out of my way. White feathered weeds fly by me, whispering wishes come true if you simply believe. I believe. You know I believe. I pan around the parking lot. Suddenly my heart stops. I see her walking out of the bar. Without one glance, she returns. Without one single glance. Why do I care anyway? Everything I say makes her run away. Why did she run away? I turn my back, play this song. My heart cracks, not for long. Me plays guitar in the sun. What else could be more fun than playing guitar in the sun? She's going with those white feather weeds. She's going far away and carries all those dreams I have conceived, all my humble dreams, all my dreams. The short kiss goodbye. She watches the jets force their way into the sky, bound for some place other than here, dreaming of the adventures on which she will embark. She envisions those distant lands and people. Soon she will leave me to seek her dreams. As much as I desire her to stay, it is those dreams that bring a smile to her intoxicating eyes, not me. So I watch her silently with a melancholy smile. Big old jet airliner, don't carry you too far away. She holds my heart in those big blue eyes. This witch, leaning next to Michael, constantly yearns to sail your skies. Fame. A prisoner of attention, the spotlight is on me. Privacy has become unattainable. My thoughts are never complete. Too many interruptions. Peace cannot be found as I struggle with clarity of thought. Free speech. Now I stand holding the conch, but what do I say? What might I know? I have only this moment to speak and be heard, to sound my voice strong enough to bleed their stale, rotten corpse of being. Yesterday my plea fell beneath the daily stampede of success and greed. Now these dumbfounded drones, whose mouths and eyes open wide, demand I answer how, what, where, who, why. I know I can make them see, but how? For to them it's easier to hate, sneer, resent, and go about their way. Free spirit. I strive to be a free spirit. People come and go as they please. My life has been full of short-term everything. I lead a short-term life. No adherence to anyone's ideals, not even my own. Spontaneity has surpassed compassion, honor, and common sense. Life is a game for which I find fewer players as time goes on. One day I will be left alone in my quest for the perfect opponent, proponent, component. Nuclear what? A million screams silence, never to be heard. An attempt to harness a power never meant to be touched by man. Chaos and destruction on the day we burned the world. Japanese didn't even know what nuclear energy was until it bombed them. Futility. Looking at these same sights every night, walking the same steps, smoking my cigarettes, I tread upon these foreign stones with little thought to where I step, and yet my path never changes. Were I to live thousands of years longer than I am able, I would wear these stones down, finally leaving my impression upon the earth. Then, and only then. Greed. You play the cards as dealt in hand. Sometimes in number and suit they land. Then, my friend, you will be left alone to stand alone on top, propelled by your greed with your lust for control and need to succeed. A desire so great one day you will find greed and success made you so blind you couldn't see they controlled your weak enslaved mind. Grounded. An electrifying shock courses through my hand. The pain of holding on so tight has caused me to lose my grasp. Reality and sanity have become more fleeting by the hour. This can all end if I would just give the word, but my hope keeps me here. How I long to shuffle off this mortal coil. My hope keeps me here. My fears keep me grounded. Hate. I prepare to write a masterpiece. Everything is placed precisely for the operation. All that remains is divine inspiration, but nothing comes. The essence of life is to be captured on paper as my pen longs to drip a painted passion of 22 years. Thoughts won't stop. Nothing is complete. He gave me passion, but she killed my drive. Did they do this together? Why in the presence of so much love do I feel hate? Death surrounds me. Even the tree whose branches granted me sanctuary looks sad and withered. I don't climb the tree because I fear its sadness. My solace is now found in a bottle that cannot fill me. So still I sit, empty, but full of hate. Hating others. Only those with hate will die, the rest unite to continue. Only the good die young, Billy said. The rest untie, continue. Only the truth never dies, my friend, so build upon it, continue. Hidden. In mystery I live where none can reach me. In shadow I find the will to be free, with mask upon mask to cover my plea. Hope. Like a poem without rhyme or song without verse is the chaotic confusion of a life-suppressing curse. How or why it began I know not, but whose dark hidden secrets for years I have sought. A struggle as feeble as any I've seen, through comfortable shadows enveloped in a gleam caused by hope. Stage 1 of utter despair, a feeling that blinds with the illusion of care. Contemplating it again. Questions unanswered. Peace cannot be reached. I dwell on the same questions time and time again. I feel the day of judgment approaching as my uncertainties grow stronger. How I long for blind faith or a miracle so obvious I would have no choice but to accept my own belief. Second thoughts keep me here, but I long to shuffle off this mortal coil. I took it back. Lingering memory with no face is just feelings. A notion of devotion came my way on the 4th of July. I kneeled before this young girl, asked her to be my bride. She said, to prove your loves unlike any other, grant me this one request. Go find 100 lovers and tell me if you're still impressed. 1,000 years and I'll marry you. 1,000 then you can try. 1,000 years and I'll marry you, but first your love must subside. Slowly rising bewildered, I looked her in the eye. I said 1,000 years and I'll marry you, 'cause my love won't be denied. Never have I seen another who compares to the butterfly. No 100 lovers will compare to the butterfly. I went home to my brothers, told them I found my bride. In 1,000 years I will marry her with you both by my side, 'cause never have I seen another who could make me feel this way. No 100 lovers could ever take that away. 1,000 years and you'll marry, they said. 1,000 and still you try. 1,000 years and they'll bury you waiting for your bride. You'll still be waiting for that butterfly. Rip my heart out 100 over. Rip my heart out if I care. Rip my heart out 100 over. Boy, you had better beware. Rip my heart out 100 over. I'll pass your fucked up test. Rip my heart out 100 over, 'cause I have never been more impressed. I will never be more impressed. My letter to alcohol. I glance into the window and horror fills my eyes. There stands a beast staring back at me, whose hatred swells, disguising a body that once resembled a man. Neither of us moved. I'd never seen this beast before. I didn't know what to do. So I stood steadfast, breathless. My fear grew stronger yet, but I did not let it show. I could feel that beast's hatred reflected on my face, a countenance that remained for some time, till at last I broke. In a fit of terror, I turned my head and ran. I've never seen that beast again and wonder from where it came. Though most days I live happy and free, every once in a while I get an unsettling feeling and fear for the return. Losing the woman. Sorry, my ears get atmospheric pressure. Losing the woman. I always loved the way the light sparkled on the water as the sun rose to fill us with warmth. The feeling it gave me was one of tranquility. Things always seemed better at that moment. I wish this still held true, but today I turn my head. There is no tranquil feeling, no warmth. Today I wish the sun had never risen. My letter to marijuana. I was rum-tum-tumbling down a windy beach, caught a haughty little blonde grooving on my beat. Primitive instincts take over before my brain has the opportunity to comprehend what I'm doing. Fueled by the haze that filled the car with happy thoughts, my inhibitions disappear. For a moment I find peace. The words flow from my lips like the waves of the mighty Columbia. Roll on. Memory. Memory fading. Thoughts once processed and logged in seconds now escape me. Dreams, plans, events of the past, even words I have spoken disappear as soon as the moment passes. There is a certain comfort in living in the moment, never feeling accountable for words or actions. What is true in the moment may not be true in the next, so change becomes the only constant, but nobody can keep up. Now I have left them all in the dust, but what good is success? How do you define such a word? I've always said material possessions can't make me happy. I know this still holds true. But today I walk a very thin line without the knowledge to determine whether I should move forward or turn around and run away. All I know is if I stand still for one more second, I will surely fall. After all it has taken to get here, I can't let that happen. Decisions are too complex. I blindly dance the line, tempting fate. Minus the Catholic. 3 silent spirits with each separate quest, in lonely soul searching to answer the test, separate in thought but parallel in motion, banished by the pack and confounded by the rest. Each holds their own voice and speaks only to themselves in these moments of silence, a united power whose might is unseen. Ocean Park. Traveling northwest again, from one small town to another, searching for the Columbia, petite waves caress the shore of an island in this gaping river. Columbia, lead me home, where the waves crash, the wind storms, and the undertow is deadly. I'm going to start wrapping this for a moment. Forgive my terribleness at doing so. And I will stop doing so somewhere in there because I don't know how it goes after that. I turned it more into a poem. But here goes. I rap to alcohol. I tell you, man, you never heard a single word that I said. Try to scream and shout, just let it all out, but you never cared, so my heart just bled. From this twist of fate, I can relate the wicked change we all go through, but as I recall, you were much too small to climb those hills just to see the view. So you say, calm that fire inside. Don't let it out. Don't let them see how hard you tried. Don't let them doubt a single thought that's in their mind. Just leave them blind forever. I know you're kind, the ignorant blind, talking like you hold the world in your hand. So back off, fool. Don't play with my mind, because I've seen your weakness and know you can't stand without a sucker beneath your feet week after week, hanging on your every word and praising you when they speak. That's right. I know the truth about those games you play, and that, my little leech, is why you're here to say, calm that fire inside. Don't let it out. Don't let them see how hard you tried. Don't let them doubt a single thought that's in their mind. Just leave them blind forever. You could have left clean, got away without a single scratch, but no, you had to stay for one more trick, one game, another sucker. You wretched, scrupulous, dirty motherfucker. It's the wrong time in the wrong place to get out of my face. You lost your cool with me, and now you're afraid to see the pain and fear you caused with all your lies. But it's you who holds the hatred in your eyes when you say calm that fire inside. Don't let them out. Don't let it out. Don't let them see how hard you try. Don't let them doubt a single thought that's in their mind. Just leave them blind. Gotta switch the page. This is where it stops. Forever. Because I say, calm your fire inside. You took this one, I don't deny. You're still the rage I hold deep inside. Just stop. They won't be blind forever. I won't listen to you anymore. You played me like a fool, and all those people before me. You failed the test when you tried to impress. All you did was oppress. Now I confess to this notion I intest. The time has come for all people to be one. So lay down that gun, man. Lay down that gun and step back. Step back. Just stand back. Silence. My words fall silent even before I can write them out. In the distance, a thunderous roar of time. Jamaican, yeah. mädchen. She has me waiting for my phone to beep, anxious to read the words I hope to understand. Only a language apart, but often words need no voice, no pen, just two bodies that communicate. Our fingers interlaced, palms curled slightly outward, head to head. Even motionless, we are expressive. In her eyes, I whisper. Never gaze, never read, stare, or question. We just communicate. A communion I need daily. The storm of insanity awaits me. I can see it coming from miles away. I know I should leave, but still I will stay. It's so far off, so why should I care? I have time to relax and more time to spare. So call me a fool or say what you may. This storm can't possibly touch me today. Its winds are fierce and its disaster so great. Again I should leave, but I've decided to wait. So call me a fool or say what you may. This storm can't possibly touch me today. The storm continues to creep over the land, as I wonder why things didn't go as I planned. I say to myself, I don't need any protection. In a second or two, it'll change its direction. So call me a fool or say what you may. This storm can't possibly... Oh, crummy. I screwed that up. So call me a fool or say what you may. This storm can't possibly touch me today. Oh, criminy. It shouldn't matter now because it's all in the past. I should have known the moment could not truly last. So call me a fool or say what you may. This storm can't possibly touch me today. I can feel the storm coming over my head. I don't run for cover, I ignore it instead. It gives me such pain that touches me deep. I can no longer stand, so I will now try to sleep. So call me a fool or say what you may. Despite all your words, I have this to say. Tomorrow the sun will bring a far brighter day. Stupidity. My stupidity overwhelms me. I inevitably hurt everyone I care about. The more I care, the more they suffer. I have grown tired of pain and hurting others, so now I detach. My thoughts turn inward as I cut the blood flow. Suddenly, my internal debate becomes a three-ring circus complete with pink elephants and dancing bears. The third ring is reserved for me. I stand there amazed as the whole world laughs. The dance of the children. People all standing round while the music is calling loud. Why aren't they dancing like the kids who don't know how? Moving with the rhythm, moving without the rhythm, unabashedly thrashing their way to more attention. The end. One sits on the bench, one lies in the grass, one rises in triumph, casts his fists up and laughs. The game's finally over and one team is won, while the other defeated, and smiles come there none. We walk away with a loss, hearts broken, but still, in us pride survives, as does our will. We continue to fight as the fire burns inside, but when our will disappears, that fire will die. Then time will cut short and the true end will be near. There will be no more pride and we will cower in fear. So never give up the fight, my friend, not even when they all say the end. The one that got away, and regardless of what anybody thinks, this is really about missing a fucking football catch that should have won the game. Anyway, it's not a metaphor. The one that got away. Of all the years and games you'll play, you will never forget that fateful day when your number came up and you ran down the field. If the ball would have stayed, with a score you'd have kneeled. But as you stood up, no ball did you wield. The crowd took their seats and silence grew longer. You returned to the line with your heart beating stronger. You want a chance to make it up, but after the kick, there's no such luck. Time runs out. You want to lie down and die. Agony takes over and makes you break down and cry. Deep inside, you begin to say, if only it hadn't gotten away. If only it hadn't gotten away. Next week, you don't listen because still you say, if only it hadn't gotten away. If only it hadn't gotten away. It never happened before, nor would it happen again. But there's no way to change what has already been. You can never make up for what's already been lost. If you try in the end, your heart is the cost. So in your mind, it will always stay, and you'll have to learn to live each day with the memory of the one that got away. Jiminy, it keeps happening. My page keeps on disappearing because I'm looking at my computer screen and I'm on Word 2007 and sometimes it goes down and disappears on me. The wind of time. The blinding sun is sheathed in the earth as day slips into night. Its gentle warmth spreads across the land in absence of its light. The thousands of stars the sky now holds shimmer and shine almost as bright. You lie there calmly on the soft, cool grass. A gentle wind combs through your hair, but you hardly notice that it was ever there. For as quickly as it came, it again has gone, leaving you behind without a single trace of how it combed your hair or caressed your face. Time goes on and you lie there still. You've lived your life and you've had your fill. Winds will blow and winds will calm. They'll continue to blow long after you pass. So will time and those blades of grass. And so long as you're here, don't just let them go by. You may not succeed, but you still have to try to remember the feeling of that cool summer breeze, the sound of the crickets and birds in the trees. It's true what they told you again and again, what's done is done and what's past is past. But what happens in life, good or bad, still in your memory allow it to last. And when life seems grave, remember the good. And when all's going well, don't just glide with the breeze. Live for yourself. Don't make my mistakes. And you'll find still more could have stood where I stood. Thinking on love. Thoughts this paper cannot hold, a swirling tumult of reds and oranges, as she once said. This struggle keeps me here, yet all the weight it bears me has propelled me to this moment. And for all of those who like art, this one, everything eventually is probably going to be on a book that I self-publish, and one day I'll find an artist who won't disappear on me. But this one will always be an opportunity for everyone to draw their own. Please draw an impressionist view of a beach sunset with 4 people sitting around a fire, girl opposite boy. They are coupled as 12 and 8. Unsatisfied. I now set forth, stealthily stalking my prey like a childish game. How I long to howl, run with the pack again during this night when the cool, brisk wind blows from the north. My senses heighten from the rush. The unsuspecting crosses my path, I pounce. In the slightest of moments I catch my prey's eyes. Terror, pain, and fear for those eyes open wide from the northerly wind. You don't even see me. You don't know me as I am already knows you. Do you even believe in the one with many names? An explosion of power sends us both to the ground. A satisfying silence sets in as I rise. The hunt is not over. Again I set forth with great stealth, in search of another to feed my desire never to look back. Wicked, undaunted, and immortal am I, for before me lies another. All too easy. This should be the last one, I believe. Oh, Pippers. Where's what? In my quest for love, I have in many cases ignored the loves that are easily reached. Therefore, my quest must not be for love after all. By overlooking the loves that open themselves to me, I deny myself access to them. Windows of opportunity are only open for so long, and once they close, no one, no too many, has said they will open again. In my quest for truth, I have in many cases ignored the truths that are easily reached. Therefore, my quest must not be for truth after all. By overlooking the truths that open themselves to me, I deny myself access to them. Windows of opportunity are only open for so long, and once they close, no dream can show that they will open again. In my quest for God, I have in many cases ignored the gods that are easily reached. Therefore, my quest must not be for God after all. By overlooking the gods whose people open themselves to me, I deny myself access to them, the people. Windows of opportunity are only open for so long, and once they close, God never said they would open again. Just Bis später. Auf Wiedersehen. I don't know the rest. All that comes to my mind is German right now. I wish I was speaking French. Wish I would have kept with it, but I didn't. Bye-bye.